Don't make much of it one way or the other. There's got to be a way off this island. Sure thing, Chief. What's up? One of the gods? Really? Well, look at you go. What did they say? One of the gods said that.
Losa huffs on her fingernails and buffs them on her tunic, smirking.
Nice.
Her face cracks into a mischievous smile. She capers around you, bouncing from one foot to the next, chanting.
You like me, you really, really like me.
She stops suddenly, goes rigid, then relaxes, smiles broadly, and leans over to whisper in your ear.
Psst. I like you too.
Let's go.
Malady grabs the
God woke.
salty water mists.
Tired but victorious, the party made for the Lady Vengeance. The horrors of Fort Joy behind them. They arrived as sorcerers. They left as God-woken. The fate of this God-forsaken world now rested on their shoulders. Or at least, on the shoulders of one of them.
A light sea breeze kisses your cheek and carries away the smell of blood wafting up from the deck. In the distance, Fort Joy looms.
We made it out of the fort at last. I can't help but wonder if all those people needed to die, though.
I'll be damned if I ever set foot on that island again. Don't care who I have to bury.
How the wind moves their hair. If only they were alive to feel it. Onward now. The sooner Fort Joy disappears from the horizon, the better. Perhaps the Seekers need help manning the ship.
Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest. Don't go any further, Godwoken. We need you alive. The ship won't sail. We had orders to search every corner of it and figure out what's blocking us. It's hewn from elven livewood, I thought I could communicate with it, but
She glances over towards a smouldering pile of ash on the deck nearby. Something is nestled.
that was Brendan. When the ship wouldn't answer my call, he touched the figurehead, and it attacked him, without warning. He burned, like he was made of parchment.
Her eyes flick over to the smouldering ashes once again.
Thank you. We were held captive together, on this ship. He kept my... nothing. The ship is live wood, that much is clear. But I couldn't communicate with it. The Magisters must just remember what I said, Godwoken. If you...
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a proper service.
What's-his-face and so-and-so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those Godwoken, after all.
You know their names, Malady. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply, then catches you out of the corner of his eye and smiles, barely.
Our guest stirs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
Ah, our undead Godwoken. I had nearly forgotten.
Too many.
One too few, actually. Alexander, he's alive. Apparently, you didn't hit hard enough.
He's in the hold below decks. Unconscious, but alive. Question him. Someone has been hunting your kind, and Alexander fancies himself the only Godwoken worthy of ascending. As far as we know, you may even be the last still alive. If Alexander is guilty, he'll face justice. Yes, we certainly had better, but the
She's mute. We need to free her tongue.
You're welcome to try, though I doubt it'll help.
What Gareth means to say is don't bother. Livewood will only move when it wants to, or in this tub's case, when it's forced. That's right. The ship's made of an elven ancestor tree, the spirit of which is still trapped in every plank. What we need is a way to control the bloody thing.
The Seekers, the survivors of us, have been combing the ship from bow to rudder. It hasn't been easy. This place is laced with dark magic.
These Seekers have such a limited skill set.
We lost a man in the search. Malady might not appreciate that, but I do. And I hope you do too.
I'm sure the Godwoken will be able to get the ship moving. They kind of like to feel useful, don't they? Hopefully, you'll never have to find out.
The ship creaks beneath you. Somewhere on board, there must be a way to get it moving.
Let's explore carefully. There must be a way to take control of the ship.
This was a Magister ship. Let's proceed with caution. Who knows what they've hidden away below decks?
There has to be.
Slayer, Worm Killer, Godwoken. You have many names. Let's add ship's captain to the list once we get this thing moving, shall we? Undead is a name I wasn't expecting to call you, mind. When Malady revealed the truth to me, I was unprepared. But Lucian works in mysterious ways. It is his will that brought you to us. She's not exactly a seeker. She's not exactly an elf either. Half demon, Meister Siva says, and I don't doubt it. I don't know how Siva came to know her, but there are times I admire her.
Gareth fingers the hilt of his blade. He stares at nothing in particular before turning his gaze back to you.
The Divine is the avatar of all the gods, my friend. It was through his spirit, and maybe one day yours, that you may not speak to him directly, but he is always guiding you. I won't let the fallen be forgotten. I'd be no to think that whelp spawned. He's down there. Amazing to think those of us in the Order once assumed the gods were with him, and only him. That other Godwoken. When Lucian died, we waited. And waited. We weren't the only ones who noticed either. Not we found Godwoken, housed them, fed them. But let's leave the past in the past and reach. Keep Lucian close.
Dying to hear them. Meister Siva is one of a rare breed. She'd do anything in the name of a cause. And her cause, we'd better not leave her waiting. A place called Driftwood. Host to putrid fish, putrid dwarves, and mice. You'll probably find it quite comfortable. She's the founder of these seekers, and she's powerful. Your kind can reach astounding heights.
I can't use this now. Not now.
We have to find a way to get this ship moving. We can't let the Magisters catch up with us. We're too weak to fight them again.
Not now.
I can't use this now.
You made it out. I'll be honest, I wasn't sure you had it in you, but I'm glad you did. Hero of the Seekers, eh?
An amused expression crinkles the crow's feet at Iffin's greying temples. His face looks a lot older than the bright green eyes gazing out.
Nice to meet another so-called Godwoken.
Oh, please don't stare. It's tiresome. If you must know, there is an excavation site at the Black Pits on Reaper's Coast. I go to seek answers. The only treasure worth digging for. I was investigating a site where several artifacts of my people have been found. Alas, I was not the only one there. They caught me when I failed to correctly respond to their questions. Still, it's good to be on the move. They simply asked me what I was doing there, and I simply told them to be gone from my lands. I may have used the phrase pathetic mortals. Come to think of it, I may have used it several times. Damn fools. The faster we leave them behind, the happier I shall be. Is that so? I need to travel to the Black Pits oil field, given how well you handled yourself in Fort Joy. So, how about it? I travel with you and aid you in your various chores and tasks, while you... Really? Really? There's no accounting for...
Nothing. Empty as Dallas's heart.
We have to find a way to get this ship moving.
I must say, you may not be an Eternal, but you are certainly... Personally, I am just glad that I do not have to walk back to Reaper's Coast. Wind travel may be primitive, but it is at least efficient. Live wood? You have taken a dead elf and carved it into a pleasure yacht? I knew you people were barbarians, and... Well, no matter. Whatever gets me to Reaper's Coast quickly. I have an excavation site to explore. Well, you see, I have a rather pressing engagement at the Black...
The skeleton breaks off mid-sentence as he notices your hand. He pulls out a notebook, flicking...
Physical contact, voice lowered, coin looks... Good heavens. Is this a mating ritual? Why, that would be excellent! I have been curious about this for some time. The social interactions, the expectations, the mechanics. Come now, let's begin immediately. I shall compile my notes afterwards.
Fane grabs your hand and enthusiastically pulls you behind the screen.
I ought to chain you up like your lot did to me.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine...
well, that was most unusual. I mean, I had read all the leading authorities on it, but I didn't think... It's just... that thing you did with your tongue, it was quite unexpected. It was. I mean, it was. Of course it was. It's just that well, I felt nothing. Neither the warmth of your touch nor the fire of your passion. I may as well have been shucking an oyster. Really? Even the part where you... My goodness.
The skeleton pulls a notebook from his robes and starts scribbling. You can hear him muttering something about highly unorthodox, lack of sensation, and coccyx. You ponder his words as you pick up the last of your belongings. You're almost sure that's what he said.
You'd be swinging from the end of a rope, not locked up in here.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate for the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
You keep saying that. It won't save you.
A team? You certainly seemed capable in Fort Very well. I believe you normally spit on your palms to seal agreements, but I seem to lack the fluid and the desire to touch you. Very well, let's be off.
I ought to chain you up like your lot did to me.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Enough! Hey, don't I know you from somewhere? So, we've got quite the task on our hands, haven't we? I have to admit, the whole thing is very intriguing. The old band back together again, hmm? I guess that depends, doesn't it?
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine
Look at me.
Eminence vessel,
Hard.
Lady Vengeance.
What do you see?
Can't you say anything else?
Losa leans back slightly, thin arms crossed in front of her chest, and stares at you defiantly from dark eye sockets, darker and deeper set than when you first met. She blows back a lock of white hair, matted with sweat and grime, and holds back a smile from the corners of her lips. Now is not the time for a bath.
Exactly. Your god wants me dead. My god? Devil? Who knows? It wants me. It's getting stronger and I need to outpace it. I want to make sure you understand, well, the risks.
Up in here.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
I can hear its thoughts. It isn't out for blood. It's out for pain. Domination. Total domination. I was wrong to think I could hold it off. I might hurt you. I might hurt anyone. Could you stop me? Really stop me, if it came to that?
I ought to chain you up like your lot did to
Either
me.
you'll do it or you won't. You have to choose.
Mate for the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Promise? Well, all right then.
She pinches your cheek, a sparkle in her dim grey eyes.
I knew I could count on you to murder me in a pinch. Let's go, Chief.
The wood groans and creaks. A face appears in the wood, tortured and tormented. A six-sided indentation is carved on its forehead, as if a gem or amulet had made a mark there. The face vanishes. The door remains closed. It seems you need more than a password to open. The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly. Her joints audibly pop. She sees you draw near.
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner around here, not guarding Alexander the bloody Divine himself.
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
I wish. No, the Magisters kept me chained to the bulkhead. Arms held above me head, feet barely able to touch the deck. Now my joints are paying the price. We're a big bloody target on our backs. We took their leader and their flagship. The Hammer won't stand for that. She'll be hunting for us.
The Seeker throws a toxic look at the imprisoned Magister.
Hardly. She's just some deckhand. If it were up to me, I'd tie her to the main mast and use her for arrow practice. But Malady wants her alive for now.
I've got sword fighters, mages, archers, all willing to fight by your side if the price is right. Whatever type of companion you need, I can provide. Expert warriors for hire, seasoned in combat. They won't let you down. Saying that, it won't save you.
How can this is heinously unfair?
Are you certain you want to dismiss your companion?
Yes, I can imagine it might be somewhat difficult for you to forever be in my... Go on then, play in the sun.
I've plenty of fighters for hire, experts in blades, but so, what'll it be? And who couldn't? I have several who can fight their way out of a corner. Give me specifics. Yastara is the one you want, then? Hardly anyone's walked away from an encounter with her blade. Happy with your choice? Excellent. Pleasure doing business with you. You can put a price on the warriors I have for hire, but you can't put a price on the glory they'll win. No one's ever... I've plenty of... So, what'll it be? And who couldn't? Nestor's the dwarf for you, then. Brawny fellow, good on the attack and the defense. Happy with your choice? A lot of choice, I know. Something... Nestor's the dwarf for you, then. Brawny fellow, good on the attack and the defense. Happy with your choice? A lot of choice, I know. Ravella is the one for you, then. She's the finest battle mage I have to offer.
I've spotted something.
The Seeker has removed one of her gauntlets in order to flex her wrist. It bears in...
You must be starved for company to linger around here, friend. Good luck getting anything out of either of them. Our special guest is out cold. And the other one ain't in much of a talk. All right then, just... Hope you find something useful.
Void Slayer, Worm Killer, Godwoken. You have many names. Let's add ship's captain to the list once we get this thing moving, shall we?
She notices you observing her. She straightens her back and sets her jaw in a defiant scowl.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot, so stow your questions. Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance. There's a shift in the Magister's expression, a flicker of doubt. Then...
I'm a good Magister, loyal. But Dallas, something about her has changed. She's toying with dark magic, like a common sorcerer. She used to sing to the ship. It let her control it. She had this old book of hymns and incantations. It was only ever in her hands, or else locked away in her cabin at the stern. That's all I know.
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent. The wood groans and creaks. For a moment, you square a face. The face vanishes. The thud of your fist upon the wood resonates deeper than you'd expected it to. It turns into what sounds like a...
Keep Lucian close.
Pretty nice ship, eh? Captain Losa. Has a ring to it, doesn't it? Depends which one. Most of them seem a little too earnest for my taste. But Malady, she's my kind of girl. In any case, it looks like they're probably going to help me find out whatever's leeching off my magnificent brain. So I'm not too pressed about being in the same boat. Ha, the same boat. I had a little chit-chat with Malady earlier. She told me I need to find someone to, exercise the thing in my noggin. Apparently, I'll be able to find him near Driftwood, where we're heading. Exciting! Sure thing, Chief. What's up? You know, wherever the next road leads, I guess. I never was one to sit in one place too long. How about you? You missing home by now? I hear you. I've always kind of felt like home isn't really a place or a time or anything like that. It's just a feeling you get. It's all in the mind.
Good luck getting any...
I think as long as I might lose myself at any moment, I'll feel like a bit of a stranger, no matter where I go.
Red until the cage is locked again.
Prisoner or not, I swore an oath.
That does help. Thanks, Chief.
If you ever find yourself face to face with Magisters, you tell them I was tortured. I didn't betray the cause. Not until I...
I'll keep an eye on the Red until the cage is locked again.
The door is still unmarked, though the memory of the face and its six-sided notch remains with you. The door seems like any door, at least at first. The wood groans, the face vanishes. The word goes unheeded.
My. Look what you were on that luckless lot of timber that met with one tentacle too many. Oh, but you've come a long way. Just as I have. Rather boring, sometimes, to travel by oneself. We could see where the road takes us together, if you like. In that case, but wait. You seem to have...
The Magister leans in and whispers urgently.
If you ever find yourself...
You spoke, didn't you? Ha! I knew you would eventually.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung.
There's something to these doors I'm not seeing.
You're the Godwoken, right? Then maybe you can find a way through this damn door.
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then the wood groans and creaks. A face appears in the wood, tortured and tormented. A six-sided indentation is carved on its forehead, as if a gem or amulet had made a mark there. The face vanishes. The anguished face appears there.
Ter Sendelius, hear my prayer. Show us the way forward.
Before you is a towering figurehead carved in the likeness of a dragon. It looms over the bow, its fangs bared at the open sea. At that moment, the ship serendipitously creaks beneath you, almost like it is acknowledging your observation.
Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest. Sindelius, hear my prayer. Show us the way forward. Deliver us from peril.
The figurehead looms. Searing pain races up your arm. The ship senses you. It's angry. The pain in your arm subsides to a dull tingle. The surface of your bones is already blistering. The figurehead looms ahead. Searing pain races up your arm. The ship senses you. The pain intensifies. It's spreading past your arm, across your chest. Your lungs feel like they're on fire.
Deliver us from peril. Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest.
Before you is a towering figurehead carved in the likeness of a dragon. It looms at that moment. The ship serendipitously creaks beneath you. Searing pain races up your arm. The pain intensifies. It...
Sindelius, hear deliver us from peril. Be careful around the figurehead, Godwoken. We can't afford to lose you. Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find
The
rest.
figurehead looms ahead. Searing pain races up your arm. The pain in your arm subsides to a dull tingle. The skin on your hand...
Pray to you for my Seeker brethren. Show us the path to salvation.
Pretty nice ship, eh? Captain Losa. Has a ring to it.
Look who we have here. You're...
I won't be able to breathe easy until...
Ouch! Now my scales are singed. 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 Ouch! Now my scales are singed.
out.
An amused expression.
Nice to meet another so-called God-woken. Says you.
He casts a long glance.
Reckon I look about as God-woken as you do. I'm gonna hunt down my old pack leader and say.
He shrugs.
Mercenaries. Good folks to have around in a crisis.
The silent monk cocks his right ear towards you, then his left. He appears to be awaiting in... As you approach, the silent monk puffs a bit of air from between her stitched lips.
Back to chat? God-woken to God...
How you doing? You creatures with your legs and arms and your opposable thumbs. You always want to steer the ship. You need to trust the ship. It dances to the tune. It knows what it's doing. Talk to the figurehead if you don't believe me. That's always entertaining. For me, anyway.
This boat's a treasure. Dallas wouldn't know what to do with it.
Now is not the time for a bath.
Still found nothing. Goes through.
Pretty nice ship, eh?
Now is not the time for a bath.
Whatever I'm looking for, I'm not finding it.
Hope you find something useful.
Wish I had half a clue what I was looking for.
The lady's a sturdy old tub. It'll take a lot to sink her.
Hope you find something useful.
What am I even looking for? Will I know it when I see it?
something to these doors I'm not seeing. But what?
What am I even looking for? Will I know it when I see it?
No entry allowed. Please use the port side door. Listen up so I don't have to repeat myself again. I am not an entry door.
For help in a fight. I'll guarantee you that.
The door remains unmarked. The door stays red. The door is still unmarked, though the memory of the face and its six... The door remains closed.
There's no entry through the starboard door. That won't get you anywhere. Use the... Listen up so I don't have to repeat myself again. I am not an entry door. Fine. Answer the security question. Attacking wastes your time and annoys... Enter through the port side door. That won't get... No entry allowed. Please you... Listen up so I don't have to repeat myself again. I am not an... Fine. Answer the security question. Current security measures forbid me from providing the security question.
let you down.
Enter through the ports. Listen up, so I... Fine. Current security measures forbid... The password is fortitude.
The face in the door is confused for a moment.
Drat. No entry allowed.
The door is still unmarked, though the memory of the face and its six-sided knot, the door remains closed. It seems you need...
You're the Godwoken, right?
Where would I find
Randy, Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung.
The Magister leans in and...
If you ever find yourself face to face with Magisters, you tell them I was tortured. I didn't betray the Court.
I'll keep an eye on the Red until the cage is locked again.
The Magister leans in and whispers urgently.
If you ever...
You spoke, didn't you?
Ha! I knew you would eventually.
Magister Randy, Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung. You spoke, didn't you? Ha!
I knew you would eventually.
The door is still unmarked, though the memory of the face and its six-sided notch remains with you. The door remains closed.
No one's ever regretted having extra help in a fight. I'll guarantee you that.
Lucky find.
The door is still unmarked, though the memory of the face and its... The door remains closed.
I've got sword fighters, mages,
Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest. Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest.
Whatever type of companion you need, I can provide.
There you are. I was just dying to hear them. Meister C, we'd better not leave a place called... You'll probably...
Expert warriors for hire. Seasoned in combat. They won't let you down.
The door remains unmarked. The door remains closed. It seems... The door remains unmarked. The thud of your fist upon the wood resonates deeper than you'd expect. The door remains unmarked. The anguished face appears. Then... The door remains unmarked.
No entry allowed.
The door stays resolute.
No entry allowed. Please use the port side. Listen up so I don't have to repeat my... 5. The password is fortitude. Now, answer the security question.
The face in the door is confused.
Drat. No entry allowed.
The Magister leans in.
If you ever find yourself face to...
Hope you find something useful.
I warned you not...
Stand down, Majesty. Whatever that Magister told...
Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, his eyes are only half closed. His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle. Bruises swell beneath his eyes, and a shallow gash zigzags from his right ear down to his beardless cheek. Unconscious, he looks more boy than bishop. Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean and folded them neatly over his abdomen. They rise and fall in shallow, jagged swells. A beautiful six-sided gem rests on the bishop's chest, hung round his neck by an ordinary oiled rope. The gem sits heavily in your pouch. The door remains unmarked. The anguished face appears once more. It dips its forehead towards you, and a shudder of pleasure racks the figure in the door. It seems to breathe. All of a sudden, all anguish...
I am summoned. Speak the password. Yes, and yes again.
Just one more moment, please.
He clicks together two halves of some type of gauntlet sitting in his lap and turns his full attention to you. A curious smile plays across his lips as he takes you in.
An undead, eh? Wonders never cease aboard this vessel. But beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Especially when it comes to their rescuers. To whom do I owe my thanks? I'm a prisoner, of course. Do you think I'd be sitting here calmly if I was a Magister holdout? That infernal Dallas woman left me trapped here, too weak to escape. It seems I'm in your debt. Dallas took a particular interest in me and my skills. I'm an expert in healing, crafting, and more arcane practices. She kept me here to do her bidding. Until you took her flagship from right under her nose, it seems. Oh, yes.
He extends his arm and pushes up the sleeve. Beneath, the skin is withered and discolored, as if it were magically decayed.
She used some form of domination device on me, forcing my hands to do her bidding, and I've ruined them in the process. Well, the situation is looking immeasurably better now. You'll hear no more complaints from me. So why don't you tell me all about my valiant rescuers? To whom do I owe my thanks? You undersell yourself. The roster of... I ought to continue what I'm doing here. Unless there was anything else. Dallas didn't tell me anything if she could avoid it. but I did overhear her practicing an ancient lizard dialect. That might ring a bell with you, might it? My thoughts exactly. Curious how Dallas would seek to learn such things, don't you think? Perhaps she left something behind to point to her intentions. Took it? No. I made... As I said, the Magister's left me weakened. But this will help give me, despite what she did to me. I can't help but admire the... If you cross paths with her, be sure to break her. Oh, cast spells, tinker with relics, meddle with the laws of nature.
He clicks the gauntlet into place around his withered forearm, his eyes on you.
That damn contraption that she used on me seems to have fogged my memory. The rest is... trust me. Convenient is the last word I'd use to describe the experience.
He takes the copper with a nod of gratitude. His sleeve slips back, above his elbow. In its crook, you see part of a tattoo. A pattern of concentric circles rendered in black.
Perhaps my memory will come back with time. But for now, I'm afraid there's little more I can add. I'm doing my utmost to be civil to you, under rather trying circumstances. Why must you push me like this? I'm more than a sum of my parts friend, indeed. But I fear you might have...
Something tells me that he'll only bring us woe, but I can't judge him, yet.
He takes your hand in his gauntlet-clad fist and shakes it. There's a lot...
Call me Tarquin, and consider me at your service.
As I stalk my prey. My tail rattles like a snake's. I suffer. Don't touch me. My very being is a curse. Was Tarquin that wretch, that rat? I ate an ill mouse and passed in my sleep, and the brooding boar brought me back on a lark. Me miserable. Mumsy? Is she here? Mumsy, where are you? 'Tis I, Booply Bear. I am quite changed, but don't be frightened. You? She sent you?
The cat begins to purr and rub itself on your ankles.
Any friend to Mumsy is a friend to me. I believe the song is around here somewhere. Oh, I don't know. In the direction of over there.
The cat purrs, an eerie clicking sound.
Tell Mumsy to come back soon. Now that I am but bone, I'm too light to trip the moving door. I'm sure there's a rat back there.
This looks like a teleporter pyramid. It could certainly come in handy.
A teleporter pyramid. Only one way to find out if it works.
I found something.
Try using it.
some way to get this ship moving. There has to be.
Prepare yourself! I'm ready!
Were those guards or victims?
Both, I fear. Another pyramid.
The man looks over.
Yes?
Sindelius, hear my prayer. Show us the way forward. Deliver us from peril.
The figurehead looms ahead, continuing its silent watch over the sea. Searing pain races up. The pain in your arm subsides to a dull.
Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest. Sindelius, hear my prayer. Show us the way forward. Deliver us from peril. Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest. And Elias, pray to you for my Seeker brethren. Show us the path to salvation.
The figurehead looms ahead, continuing its silent watch. The deck beneath you groans and trembles, like the ship itself is awaking from a slumber. A deep sigh emerges, unmistakably the sound of a living being.
You are not the witch. You are not Dallas. You sang the song. Now you must decide my fate. Are you to be my new master? Perhaps lizard blood does not truly run cold then. Thank you. But I cannot be free again. Not truly. I am a vessel, and must be guided. Let me take you wherever you wish. We can depart as soon as you are ready. Ask. I am here to serve in all ways.
The creaking of the ship eases into a contemplative silence.
Once, I was an elf. I passed away and was reborn as an ancestor tree. In a beautiful forest surrounded by kin of both flesh and root. That time has passed. I saw that forest reduced to a dead place. Then I was taken away. My memories were lost, like the leaves from my branches.
The sails overhead billow outwards suddenly. The sun is blocked, momentarily casting the dragon figurehead into shadow.
Majesties, they razed sacred elven lands and uprooted ancestor trees from the earth. I was one of them. They tore me apart and turned me into this monstrosity. Of course, wherever there is sea, I will endeavor to bring you. Consult with your companions and set a course.
The ship's awake. Good. Is she ready to sail?
A slow, toothless smile stretches across her face.
To driftwood, then.
We have to put this island behind us. There is no time to spare. We have to put this island behind us.
It most certainly is. Forward.
There is no time to spare.
With the sun on their backs and the wind in their sails, the God-woken watched Fort Joy shrink behind them. But their capture of the Lady Vengeance had not gone unnoticed.
I respect your mettle, sorcerers. You steal my ship, kill my bishop, and ally with demons. But you have no idea what you're really dealing with.
We are ready, mistress.
Yes, but are they?
I swear, mistress.
I swear they'll perform admirably.
Very well. Show me. Goodbye, sorcerers. This is my ship. I won't see it taken from under my feet. You act!
Yes.
Oh, for the love of the void. Listen up. We can't win this one, but I can get us to safety. You'll need to buy me time. Show us what you can do, Godwoken.
Godwoken? Parasites, rather.
I'll take care of it, mistress.
Through me. I can't contain it for long.
take me again, Dallas.
burning. It's like a bomb in my belly, ready to burst. I'm ready.
Damn, I'm good.
With the help of the half-demon Malady, the Godwoken escaped through the veil that separates life from death.
The air here has a familiar smell, like the place you grew up. Old memories begin to well within you, but the sweet sour smell of decay suddenly punctures them. A faint creaking sounds. The smell grows stronger. It closes in around you, creeps, then suddenly vanishes. Now you smell...
Is that a tree? What's hanging from it?
Let's just find a way back to the ship.
Must be a way across. Almadia, the gods. Are they dead? How can this be?
Tight coils wrap Tyr's Endelius from head to foot. His still face is set to a glowering sneer. Amadia hangs before you, her face cut and bruised, her chest barely moving. You think you see a tear run down her cheek. You lean in. That's no tear. It's sauce. The shimmering liquid is seeping from her wounds and dripping to the ground below her. Ralik hangs limp from the tree. Cursed branch, his helmeted head hangs slack at his side. But a barely audible weep... Hurry! She jolts awake with a gasp, golden light pouring from her eyes.
My child! Oh, my dear child. Blessings be that you are here. Blessings be that they did not get you too. The forces of the void, they are everywhere. They are everyone. Please step carefully, child. Trust neither king nor pauper, baker nor warrior, traveler nor friend.
Hurry!
We may only trust in each other, and I do trust in you. That is why I chose you. You have a pure soul, even the other gods.
She pauses, looks over her shoulder and sees the others hanging from the tree, all but lifeless.
My brothers! My sisters! This is perfect. No, it is too late for them. You need that source more than they. I do not say this out of malice. I say it out of love. My love for you, my child. My love for Rivellon. These misguided fools would sacrifice this world to the very forces that saw us strung up like... No, we are the only hope to save this world. You and I alone. But we must hurry. The void is close. It is so close.
You have already unleashed some of the powers locked within you. You cannot stop until you cannot stop until you become divine.
This is our enemy. He delivered this vision to me. A threat, a promise. You must stop it. Is it not enough to do it to save us all from darkness? Very well. Do it for power. You must look within.
What's happened here?
You must
Where is
ascend.
everyone?
Once Lucian the Divine united the powers of the Seven against the Void. He led the...
She starts to answer.
No, I see it fly, my child.
White hot cold. The same troubled look is visible on each face. You've seen the gods beaten and defiled, strung up as a warning.
The Void did that to the gods. What chance do the likes of us have?
I had dreams of what I should say if I saw the Seven Lords once more. But that was a nightmare.
Gods, schmods. They aren't interested in me, and I'm not interested in them. It seems whatever's inside me is more powerful than any of them anyway. Or at least more cunning.